Do you have students that struggle with taking notes from websites? Do they have multiple pages of notes scattered throughout their binder or notebook? Do their pages disappear in their backpacks or lockers? Can your students take the notes but then cannot read their handwriting? If you answered yes to any of these questions, then this video is for you and your students. My name is Cheryl Farley, and I am an assistive technology consultant and owner of Adapt Tech Consulting. In today's video, I am going to highlight how you can use Google Keep to take notes on websites. This is a great tool to use to assist students who struggle with organization, students who cannot read their handwriting, and students that would benefit from using assistive technology tools with note taking. At its most basic, Google Keep is Google's version of the sticky note. Google Keep is a web-based program, and you can find it at keep.google.com. So I'm going to go into my program, which I already have open with a template. You can also download the free app to use on mobile devices. In this video, we are going to focus on how to use this program for note-taking on websites. First, the students would need to download the Google Keep Chrome extension from the Chrome Web Store. Students would come to their Chrome Web Store, and in the search box, they would type in Google Keep. Under Extensions, the Google Keep Chrome extension should show up first. Because a student has not installed it before, the Add to Chrome button should appear here, and once they do that, they follow the steps, and once it's added, they will have the green added banner. Google has changed their extensions toolbar recently by adding the white puzzle piece that says extensions. So traditionally, when students now add an extension into their toolbar, it does not automatically show up within the top toolbar, but instead it shows up under this extension tab. You notice here that next to some of the extensions, I have a blue pin or a white pin. The pin function is what allows you to move your extensions up into the extension toolbar for easy access. So once students install the Google Keep Chrome extension, it will show up under their extensions tab. They just need to come and find it and click on the pin. And once it turns blue, you see that it moved it up into my extension toolbar. Students can close the Extensions tab, and then within the toolbar, they can drag and drop the location of the icons. Okay, so now that we have the extension, let's go visit a website and see how students can use this. So I'm just going to come into a website, come back to the main page of it, and I am just going to pick an article that I want to read. It's a very simple process to use. What the students will do is they will go to their website, they will highlight text that they want. And when I say highlight, I don't mean using a highlighting tool feature. I just mean using your mouse to highlight text. Then you'll come up to your Save to Keep icon, and you notice that it's grayed out right here. Once I click on it, it turns into its orangey yellow color, and a new note opens. The note will pull an image from the website. It will give you the title of either the website or the article, and it has the original link to the website. This is very important because what this does is it tags the note to that website. It also allows the student to have that information when they are doing their citations or listing their resources. And then you saw that what I had highlighted here in gray is now in my note. The student can come into their note and hit the return button to give additional spaces. Then when they click back into the article, the note will quote unquote disappear. But you see that my icon is still colored here. So that means that it's still an active program. So when that happens, if I come back into the article, highlight again, and click on the note, you'll see that the new text will be below that. Students can come into the note and type directly in it. So I can say, I need this information for graphic organizer part one. So students are not limited to just highlighting what is on the website. They also have the ability to type directly into the note. Now, one of the features that I really like about this program is that you can always go back to the same note on a different day. So I'm going to come back into my website here and I'm going to click on The Lion King. And you notice when I click on the article that my Save to Keep icon is colored. So that's telling me that I already have a note that's associated with it. And when I click on it, I can see what I've already taken notes on. So then I can come back and again, I can highlight some text, click on the note, and now that information is within the note. Okay. So once you have all of this information, students can continue to use this Google Keep note during the writing process. In this example, I'm going to come into a Google Doc, but this feature also works in Google Slides. When students open their Google Doc, you will notice that the side toolbar has some icons. It has a calendar, it has Google Keep, and it has tasks. When students click on their Keep icon, the sidebar will load all of their Google Keep notes. And you'll see here when I scroll down, here are the two notes that the one that I created today and the one where I added information on. There's a couple of things that you can do with this sidebar. First, if you click on the three dots, you have this feature called Add to Document. When you click on that, what it will do is it will take all of the information that is in that Google Keep note and it will insert it into your Google Doc. So this is a nice feature if you want to just insert everything, you don't have to categorize it. And you notice that it also inserts the web page and it does become an active hyperlink back to the original site. So this is again going back to if students need to use this to cite their resources. Another option you have is if you are using this with a graphic organizer that's in Google Docs, or if you've already created an outline for your writing, you can come into your note and you can highlight, you can highlight, let me come back in here, your specific text, and you can use your copy and paste features, and it will insert it into the Google Doc. So again, if you need to customize it a little bit more, you do have the ability to do that. And also, whenever you copy paste, either by inserting the entire note or doing it piece by piece, the original information stays within the note. So, because your note stays with the website, as long as you haven't deleted the note, you can continue to go in and add to the note. And this is helpful when working on a long term project or if the students are working at both home and school. So, there's no more forgetting notebooks or papers from one location to the other. So, I mentioned earlier that you can use some of your assistive technology tools with this program. Unfortunately, when you are using Keep within either the website or in Google Docs, the word prediction feature that is part of Read and Write for Google Chrome does not work within the note. But if I was to come back into my Google Keep, I can do a little bit more with my note. I can come in and open up my note, and I'm just going to click, and now I can come and turn on my word prediction tool. And you can see today I can start using that tool to type directly into the note. So while it's unfortunate that you can't do it directly when you're in the website, students do have the ability to use that word prediction tool when they're in keep.google.com. So I'm going to turn this off. One other quick feature I do want to point out is that when you create your notes on the website, you noticed, I'm going to come back and close this. You'll notice that both of the lights, the default color is white. You can come into your note at keep.google.com and you can change the color. So some students do like to come back in after and color code it. You also notice that when you're using the Save to Keep on a website, as you're copying pasting it, it turns it into a list format. You can also come into More, Show checkboxes, and what it will do is it will take your text and it will put it into more of a checkbox. So some students like to do this if they're using their notes as more bullets, because there isn't the ability to insert bullet points in your Google Keep. So some students will use the check boxes in place of that. The nice thing is if they put this in and they say, nope, it's too distracting, I don't want it, come back into the three dots, hide check boxes, and it removes them. So the students can customize it for every note. Okay. If the students need to have the text read aloud, when you are in keep.google.com and open your note, you can highlight your text and use the traditional text-to-speech reader and read and write for Google Chrome to have the text read aloud.
Some 240 million years ago, a pet.
Okay. Unfortunately, when you are on the website, the text-to-speech tool and the screenshot reader do not work. When students are in their Google Doc and need to have text read aloud, they can use the screenshot reader function and read and write for Google Chrome to have the text read aloud. So students would click on the screenshot reader to get the plus sign, come into their note and create the box around the text, and it will convert it into readable
During the
text.
filming, the audience members were politely asked not to wave at the cameras.
So while it is not a perfect integration, there are some ways that students can access their Read and Write for Google Chrome toolbar. I hope that you found this video helpful and that you try out this implementation strategy with your students. Thanks for watching.